The Blind Maiden. Ooh. Be careful should you choose to visit the website blindmaiden.com. Most of the time, the URL just leads to an empty page, but should you happen to visit under the right circumstances, perhaps during a new moon when all of the lights in your room are out, then you might just find yourself looking at a whole new level of horror. Ooh, scary. But what's up, guys? Thanks so much for coming back for another spooky video. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, be a part of our socially awkward family. Links are down below. And give this video a like and a share with all of your friends. But yeah, today we are reacting to scary urban legends on the internet. There's all kinds of fun stuff on the internet, so I found some scary stories. So yeah, comment below your favorite scary Halloween costume. And yeah, let's get back to it. Supposedly, people who manage to actually find the website when it's live encounter a blind woman who then comes out from inside their computer to gouge their eyes out and add images of their horrified reactions to her collection of spine-tingling screenshots. Gulp. That is so disturbing. Please do not try this website. I mean, I tried it and it showed nothing. But yeah, it's just not worth it. Do you want your eyes gouged out? No, nobody does. Out by my parents' place in Jersey, there's a story about a bridge across this one creek. A little kid drowned there a long time ago. When he went into the water to retrieve an object he'd accidentally dropped. Anyway, if you go at the right time of night and drop something small into the water, like a coin or a pin or a ball, and then go away for a couple of minutes, it'll be sitting on the railing waiting for you when you come back. The ghost of the kid doesn't want anyone else to die the way that he did, so he fishes things out of the water to keep people safe. If you drop it back in again, he'll supposedly throw it at you for being a jerk and wasting his time. Dang, this kid got an attitude. He's like, be grateful. Okay, who are you? A college student's nightly walk is interrupted by a man with an insane grin, who does a mesmerizing dance and silently follows the student around the dark neighborhood. Well, don't go on a walk at night by yourself. The complete insanity of his face haunts the student forever. Yep, that's gonna give me nightmares tonight. I mean, he was probably just on drugs and following you around, seeing if you had money. So yeah, don't go on walks in the middle of the night in places you don't know by yourself. That's just a good tip. Ew, who are you? A mother is unfazed when her son tells her about his new imaginary friend, Laughing Jack, but is overwhelmed with regret when Jack is the reason she kills her son. Why? Dude, that took such a sudden turn. Where's the rest of the story? I guess you'll have to go look that up on Creepypasta. Try Laughing Jack, and I think that story will be there. That's a cool website. They got all kinds of scary stories, and it's awesome. Mr. Widemouth. Ugh. I want to return this guy to the pet store. Heck no. What did you eat? Tomato sauce? Yeah, that's not tomato sauce. In this terrifying tale, a 5-year-old boy experiences vivid fever dreams and encounters a large-mouthed, crooked-eared creature who goes by the name of Mr. Widemouth. Though he seems harmless at first, the Furby-like creature soon tries to convince the young boy to partake in many dangerous activities. And well, let's just say that Mr. Widemouth isn't very good at taking no for an answer. Okay, I guess I'm just never going to sleep again. And don't get any weird looking pets where they don't know what breed it is. That means it's a demon. A bunch of friends and I were out one night to do some urban exploring, hiking through the woods, etc. We were walking up a hill towards a connecting public park that was just kind of an open field with walking paths surrounded by dense woods. Standing on the edge of a tree line, we looked out into the open field and saw what we all thought was a deer. Not that strange, since deer are everywhere. We walk out into the field some more while watching the deer. As we get further out in the field, this deer stands up on 2 legs and covers about 100 yards in what seems like only a few strides. This freaked us out and we left as fast as we could. So yeah, I think you found the devil and he's a deer. That would explain why they always run out at the last second to hit your car. That happened to me once. It really damaged my car. And I had to pay thousands of dollars to replace it. Thanks, dear. Oh my gosh, Mr. Bear. I have read so much about this guy. A man recalls the local access TV shows he watched as a kid, including one called Mr. Bear's Cellar. He learned the hard way that the show was actually a ploy by a man to get children to show up at his home where he did painful, unmentionable things to those who showed up. Basically, yeah, this guy made a really low quality TV show in his basement, and it was like a kid's show. He would, play weird games, and kids would send him letters and he would be like, "Oh, come and be on my show." And then he would murder them. And they found this out because one kid, wrote a letter and Mr. Bear replied. And then his father saw the letter and he was like, "Oh, this is really weird." And he went with his son to Mr. Bear's house. But when they got there, the house was burned down and there were like a bunch of dead bodies. So yeah, don't ever go anywhere alone without your parents. Ooh, you're creepy. Do you live in the forest alone? A human-like creature was spotted in the woods in both New York and Idaho between 2003 and 2011, evoking discomfort and fright in anyone who came in contact with it. The mere sight of it ruined some people so much that they died. Well, that's depressing. Yeah, if I ran into that thing, I would be pretty disturbed. It's an alien. I mean, it looks like it's just hungry. It's like, "Give me a sandwich, please." You shouldn't have done that. What did I do? Don't look at me like that. A guy named Alex buys a copy of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. I hope I said that right, I'm sorry. From a strange old man. When he loads the game, it has one file on it, Ben. Alex discovers the game won't let him play his own story. He has to relive Ben's. Haunted by glitches and bizarre dialogue, Alex is plagued by the mysterious Ben, first in the game and then in real life. Yeah, this dude gave you a weird game that doesn't work, and he used it to track where you live, and now he's here to kidnap you. Great. Just buy your games from GameStop, okay? Don't get anything from people. Okay, so this one's funny. I thought you might want to break from the scary stuff. This is a cute little story. Please don't skip. At the city zoo, a parking attendant dutifully tended the car parks, taking fees and wishing people well. After 35 years, one day he didn't turn up for work, and so the zoo called the local council to ask for a stand-in. The council said they had never provided a parking attendant and he must be a zoo employee. The zoo had never employed a parking attendant either. This rogue, who no one seemed to know by name, has been collecting parking charges for 35 years unquestioned. It is estimated he made in the region of $2 million over the years and decided to retire, probably somewhere much nicer than Bristol. So this random guy pretended to be a security guard taking people's fee money and then ran away. How did no one question him? He just showed up one day out of nowhere. Can you do that? Whatever job you want, you just show up and be like, "Yeah, I've been working here for 10 years. What are you talking about?" Oh my gosh. Dude, it's Slender Man. I have read so much about this guy. It's so creepy and interesting. Slender Man is described as a tall man wearing a suit whose alleged purpose is to kill children. He sometimes appears with several tentacles protruding from his body and is able to hypnotize his victims so they are physically unable to resist walking away from him. Yeah, they made a movie about this and it was terrible, but it's interesting to learn. The Song and Dance Man. The Song and Dance Man isn't your run-of-the-mill murderer. Well, as long as he's not the run-of-the-mill, he's cool. As one survivor of his attacks recalls in this tall tale, the tall and gangling man puts his victims in a trance, forcing them to dance until their bodies can no longer handle it. So you dance to death? Ugh, it's like exercising to death. Ew, look at her foot, it's all twisted. No. The narrator explores the grounds of the rumored abandoned Disney's Mowgli's Palace in North Carolina. At first, they find nothing more than rotting structures, until they find a horrifying creature in a Mickey costume that asks, "Hey, want to see my head come off?" No, I do not. Goodbye. I never want to watch Disney ever again. Thank you for that. A friend of mine from college had a project for his astronomy class, and he needed to take progression pictures of a constellation over the course of a night. He went out to a field in the middle of nowhere and set up his camera on a timer next to his truck where he slept that night. Next morning, he's looking through his pictures and sees a picture of a constellation, a picture of him sleeping in the truck, and then another constellation. Someone turned the camera at him and then turned it back. How does that happen? Dude, that is so creepy. You have a stalker. You're lucky you're alive. In 1972, a woman scarily resembling a mannequin showed up at a hospital in a blood-stained gown. The doctors cleaned her up and take care of her, but she decided she didn't want their help and started attacking everyone. Dude, if that's her, there's no way that's real. That is so creepy. If she walked into my hospital, I'd be like, get the heck out. I'm not helping you. I'm sorry. No. I'm not getting mixed with demons. Every man for himself. And that is it for scary internet urban legends. Thanks so much for coming back for a spooky video. Again, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, be part of our socially awkward family, and give this video a like and a share with all of your friends. And yeah, that's it. So I will see you creepy people next time.